Yeah.
What it do, T Squad? It's your girl Keisha, aka Color Me Pynk, and I'm here with this week's Growing Up Hip Hop Season 7, Episode 6 review. Let's get right into it. The episode begins with TT surprisingly visiting Peppa in Vegas at her new home, which was really nice looking. I was like, okay, she finally coming into the 2022-2023 era with the furniture, because you know Peppa furniture used to be very antiquish. But it's actually good to see TT and Peppa back getting along, you know, at least trying to give it a go again as far as having a relationship with one another. I wish the same could be said for her in Egypt. Maybe time will heal that wound. Maybe it won't. But I feel like if you can forgive Peppa, you can forgive Egypt. That don't mean that you have to have a relationship with Sam. You know what I'm saying? You can spend time with her one-on-one with y'all kids and don't have to mention him or be around him. I have a friendship like that right now where we work out fine and I don't have anything to do with her husband. We don't speak about that and we are still able to have a relationship with one another. Pep says that she might have to have neck surgery because she's been having some issues, but that the doctor said it might affect her voice. So she don't know if she's going to put it off or not. Now, we just seen her performing at the Grammys. This was filmed like early fall. So she sounded the same on the Grammys. So maybe she had the surgery. Maybe she did not. I don't know, but I pray that she is well. Peppa then brings up Egypt being pregnant and TT was like, yeah, just so judgmental. And she suggests that TT go visit her at her home. And TT was like, why should I? And Peppa was like, you know, you're older and a mother and someone should take that first step, you know. And TT was like, you know, I'll sleep on it. We'll see. And TT in her confessional was just basically like, you know, she doesn't want to rush it. And, you know, hopefully they can, you know, make amends. But if they don't, she's fine with that too as well. Peppa then goes on to say, did you get your invite to the wedding? And she was like, yeah, I did, but I don't really know about going because, you know, Sam, and she still does not support their relationship. So why go in support of something that she's not in support of? And she was like, they've already are married. So she didn't go to the first one. It's not a big deal if she don't go to the second one. And one thing that I'll say is I appreciate the fact that TT feels the way she does and is standing on it. And, you know, that is just how it is. Every relationship isn't meant to be salvaged. You know what I'm saying? I think that Egypt still has a lot to learn about life, about relationships, about family. And honestly, even though it's messed up to say, I think him going to jail would be the best thing for her. So for her to maybe finally wake up and smell the coffee. But who knows at this point. But I feel like with TT, she's being very clear about what she feels and how she feels about this whole entire situation, and she's not being fake about it. So I'll give her that. And, you know, Pep at that point was like, hey, I tried. I did my part. It is what it is. Devin and Sequoia take a walk to get some exercise. And he tells her that Tiny and Lazy wants her to be a part of the 50th anniversary for hip hop. And that they also want Cree to help plan the event. Now, you know that this is the show. You know that the show is like, okay, y'all gonna throw this event. Let's throw Cree in there because she does party planning and let the fireworks roll. Like, this is so production that is making them do this. And as soon as Sequoia heard the news, she just bust out laughing. Cause like, what? Excuse you? Like, nah, not happening. Considering the fact that didn't Tiny try to jump into their fight, like I just wouldn't even want to deal with it, wouldn't even want to surround myself with the whole situation if I was either party, because I just feel like this is an argument ready and waiting to happen. So it's just but so much I'm gonna do for reality television. I just can't. And it's just like in real life, these people would not work with each other. So why are we even trying to force this on the show? So Sequoia was basically like, being around her is deadly. Like, cause she don't know what happened between her and Cree because they just don't get along. They just got into it at Brianna's event. And she's like, as far as the 50th anniversary event, she'll think about whether or not she wants to participate because she still is feeling some type of way towards her mom and Lazy. So she then brings up to her cousin, she was like, Twist and I be flirting. I like him, but I do feel like a hypocrite because I told my mom she shouldn't be dating a rapper. And her cousin was like, you want somebody that's on your level, somebody that understands your lifestyle, somebody that won't be trying to use you. And I'm like, just because he a rapper don't mean that he won't try to use her. All these rappers ain't got money. So that was not a really good excuse for her to date Twist. Is she being hypocritical? 100%. 100%. And in her confessional, Sequoia says, but I feel like I could trust Twist. Why? What has he shown you that makes him trustworthy? Like, what? Like, make it make sense, girl. And I don't like the fact that you keep on throwing yourself on this man. Like, let him chase you. Let him come to you. Like, you worse off than your mama because you chasing him behind him. At least Lazy want her and claimed her. Like, what are you doing? Devin, Sequoia, Eric, Aaliyah, and Twist all get together for a little kickback at this brewery. And it was nice to see them actually go somewhere else, like something different than what they normally do on this show. Twist pulls her to the side immediately so they can have a one-on-one conversation. And, she blushing. She got her little cha-chas out. She feeling herself. She like, ooh, this is my opportunity. Like, ooh, he pulling me to the side. Like, he want me like I want him. So they go sit at a different table. And she like, what's up? What you want to talk about? And Twist was like, I think we better chill. I think we better chill. We need to pump the brakes. We don't need to do this. My girl left me and I'm fighting with temptation and how thick you are. And I got other friends that be thick too. And I got an ex-girlfriend and we trying to fix that. And she gonna see me look at how good you be looking and you gonna it up, Sequoia. And her face cracked because she realized he was friend zoning her. And she was like, okay, I understand. Obviously you got feelings for Maya and you need to work that out. And I'm supportive of that, but we gonna tell each other a couple of things off camera because this here for the cameras. And it's like, girl, how many ways this man got to tell you that this ain't that? Like, yeah, he'll smash you. Like he said, he'll smash. But as far as like being in a relationship with you, it's not happening. And why are you still throwing yourself on this man when he's telling you that he's trying to work things out with his girl? Like, you look thirsty and you look silly at this point. Like, you literally look like a thirst bucket. Like, just trying to make him want you. Like, stop trying to make fetch happen, girl. It ain't happening. So he looked in the camera. He was like, which camera she gonna be watching? Maya, baby? No, it ain't that. Nope. Nope. No. And she just a giggling and a laughing and everything. And if I was Maya, if we did get back together, I'm side-eyeing you because you knew that he was trying to get me back and you steady throwing yourself on him and trying to be low-key funny. Like, nah, I'm not really feeling that. We then see Twist go to church to speak to a pastor. I don't know if this was his pastor, just a pastor, about his past and how he used to be really into church growing up. But then when he got his record deal and got put on, he, shied away from the church. And that's when he lost his way and started hanging around the wrong people and, started taking pills and stuff and got arrested and all of that stuff. And he realizes that part of the reason why he went down that wrong path is because he lost his way when it came to God. And he's trying to rededicate himself to Christ. And, the pastor tells him to, forgive himself for his past transgressions and everything. And, just congratulates him on taking his walk with God. And I hope that this is serious and not just for no storyline. It seemed like he was being serious and genuine. And I really hope that he is trying to turn the page and get his life on track because Twist, to me, is so talented. And I feel like even outside of rap, there's so much that he could do, whether it be modeling or, just being creative with designing clothes or, acting, whatever the case may be. The boy got something there. Aaliyah is at home with the kids by herself. It's dark. It's night out. She got on her nightgown, child. And I'm just like, I just felt like that was inappropriate to have on in front of the camera crew and to be in something like that on national television. Cause she got a big butt, you know what I'm saying? And it was, mid-thigh length. I just felt like it was a little bit too body-oddy. You know what I'm saying? It just was inappropriate. I wouldn't have felt comfortable with something like that on in front of a whole crew of people and knowing that the world would see me, in my nightgown. Like, I just felt like that was inappropriate. Like, at least put on a robe or something, or put on some pajamas with some pants or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm just old school. Is it just me? Let me know. But anywho, so she at home with her bonnet on, her scarf on and everything, and she telling her son to do his homework while he on the game, and he talking about some, here I come. Well, meanwhile, he's still playing the game. Eventually he gets off and his sister is helping him, and Aaliyah walking around the house. Where is your daddy? 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 I said, where is your daddy? And I'm like, girl, you know where your daddy is. Like, what is going on? So she calling him. He not answering the phone. And production lazy self then shows us clips of Eric at the casino. And they're trying to merge the two. Like, he's at the casino and she's calling him right then and there, like real time. But if you paid attention, that was the same footage from when he was at the casino with JoJo. He has on a white shirt and you constantly see him looking over to his left, having a conversation with somebody who's obviously was JoJo sitting there. And I'm like, y'all couldn't have caught him where he actually was. Was he even at the casino? Obviously he wasn't, because y'all wasn't with him filming. So where was he? Because y'all cut and pasted those clips to make it look like something that it actually wasn't. Like, so what's the tea? What's the tea? So eventually he answers the phone and was like, you know where I'm at. And they show us footage of him talking to her on the phone, but that was from a totally different night. Like I said, that was from the night that he filmed with JoJo at the casino. Like, they needed to do way better with that scene. So he's telling her, I'm gonna be home. You already know where I'm at. Like, stop calling me. I'm in the middle of a game or whatever. Just being rude, because why are you at the casino when your family is at home and she needs your help? Like, you don't know what could be going on. Anything could have happened. Somebody could have gotten hurt and you not answering the phone. Like, I hate when dudes do that. That is so inconsiderate and just so ugh. So then after they have the conversation, we see time has passed and Aaliyah is laying on the couch pretending to be asleep, even though her eyes is blinking. They could have just had her sitting up watching television because she wasn't asleep. Like, goodness gracious. And she hears him pull up. So she gets up and goes to the door. He can't get in the house because he left his keys apparently, and she won't let him in the house. And as you can see, he has a hat on and this black Lil Easy shirt. Now, when they had him at the casino, he had on a white shirt, child. So, like, make it make sense, people. It's obvious, like I said, that y'all couldn't paste it. So he telling her to open the door. She was like, nope, ain't gonna be no more coming in the house after 4:00 in the morning. I told you, you gonna learn today. He like, you being childish, you being silly, open the door. She won't open the door. He tries to go to the back of the house to get in. That's locked too as well. She won't let him in, and he's sitting outside on the patio furniture. And I'm just like, well, that's what you get. I don't feel sorry for you at all. The following day or some days later, Eric then goes to see his grandmother and his uncle. And I was like, about time we got to see more of his family, got to see his family life this season, got to see him film at his home, because all of these years we have never really seen his family for real, or even his children or where he lives. So I'm actually happy to see the fact that he's stepping up this season. So he goes to his granny and uncle to talk to them about getting locked out the house because of gambling too much. Well, he doesn't think he gambles too much, but Aaliyah does. And his grandma was like, you're going to have to cut down on the gambling and spend time with your family. And his uncle tells him that, you know, you need to communicate with her. Let her know that, hey, I'm leaving. I'll be back at this time. And when she calls, you need to pick up the phone. But the fact that your grandmama and your uncle got to tell your big grown self this is ridiculous. Like, you're old enough to understand that you need to check in with your wife and answer her phone calls when she's calling you, and that you need to spend time with your family, and that you don't need to be wasting money at the casino when you could be putting that money aside to put some furniture in that empty tail house. Lazy goes to watch Lil Twist rehearse. I don't know if he was rehearsing for the 50th anniversary party of hip hop or what, but he went to go show his support to the little homie. And while he's there, he gets this frantic phone call from his brother, sobbing uncontrollably, screaming and just boohoo crying, saying mommy might not make it. Mommy might not make it. He trying to figure out what's going on. He trying to understand what his brother is saying. You hear Tiny in the background saying, what happened? What happened? What happened? He was like, babe, like, just give me a second. So he's trying to comprehend what his brother is saying, because his brother is, like I said, just wrecked. I mean, wrecked with grief. And Lazy was like, I got to take this outside. And they then show on the screen that his mom passed away suddenly and that they had to stop filming that day. And I can't even imagine the pain that that man was going through, to have something happen to your parent unexpectedly and to lose them. Like, that was so unfortunate. And I just feel so sorry for him and his family. And I just pray that they're in a better space at this moment. E.T. takes an Uber all the way to Egypt's house to go visit her and have a chit chat. Now, Egypt stays about an hour and a half away from where Peppa stayed, and she was not pleased about that long tail ride. But she gets there and she get out the car and she looking like, ooh, child, the ghetto. She did not like where that girl stayed. She was looking around like, oh my God. So Egypt comes to the door with her George Washington wig on. I don't know where she was going with this silver granny wig on, but okay, I guess, child. So she walks in and TT looking around like it stink. She holding herself, holding her purse, child. And look at how she's sitting on the couch. She's sitting on the couch like they got roaches. They might have roaches. This is the way that you sit down when you go over somebody's house and you think that they might have creatures. She was holding on to her life, child. She was holding on to herself, didn't want to touch nothing, didn't want to bend over and fall on something. Like, she just felt so uncomfortable, and it just looked like she felt like it stinked. So Egypt, trying to be accommodating, and was like, you know, the house not done yet. I want you to come back when the rooms is done. And I'm like, girl, whatever you got done look a mess. Like, this is a frat house. This is a bachelor pad. Ain't nothing about that home feminine. Everything about that house screams Sam. Nothing in there screamed Egypt. It was so masculine. Well, then again, Egypt is, anywho. But TT just cracked me up. She literally cracked me up the way she was acting. Like, she didn't want to sit down. She didn't want to step foot up in that damn place. So they sitting down and they having a conversation, and she was once again like, I haven't gotten all the rooms together. And TT was like, well, girl, I ain't never coming back. So whatever you showed me today is all I'm going to see. And I can respect the fact that she wasn't sugarcoating it. And she was like, girl, like, I ain't never coming back here. So Egypt was like, you know, I sent you the email invitation to the wedding. The fact that you just said that you sent an email for your wedding shows where your life is. It shows where your life is. It is literally the ghetto. You might as well had a white refrigerator up in there, child. So TT was like, yeah, I got it. I just don't know if, you know, Sean will want to come. And Egypt was like, well, Sam is fine with him coming. I know they got things that they need to squash, but, you know, he's invited. And TT was like, you know, I just don't know if he'll feel comfortable enough to come. So she was like, well, the invitation is there and everything. And after that, TT gets to pointing out all of the sharp edges in the house and everything that she's going to have to do to baby proof and what foods not to feed the baby and what she shouldn't be eating. And it was just nitpicking at that point. And I felt like that was kind of rude. I felt like I understand you trying to help, but it was coming across kind of condescending, like she don't know no better and she don't know nothing. And y'all trying to build some type of rapport with one another. Let it be. Let her do whatever she was going to do. But it was becoming a bit nitpicky and like trying to tell her like she don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't like that. So, she then brings up Sam's court case and asks what's going on with that. And Egypt was like, we don't know. The dates keeps on getting pushed back. Hopefully he ain't got to go. But if he does, like, I'm going to be 100% focused on my child because he or she comes first. And TT was just like, yeah, I mean, that's true. You know, you just need to really be prepared because it's a lot. And once again, she just stressing stuff that I think that this girl knows at this point. And if she don't, oh, well, that's all up on her. But let her figure it out. Let her figure it out at this point. But just leave the whole entire situation alone. But it just seemed like TT went there with her nose stuck up in the air, like she didn't want to be there, and judging everything she saw and heard. And I felt like if you're going to feel that way, then you shouldn't have went. You just shouldn't have went, honestly. Overall, I'm going to give tonight's episode of Growing Up Hip Hop a B+. It was entertaining. Y'all let me know how y'all felt about the episode down below in the comment section. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.